Hello everybody! Today in this short lesson I want to apply two already experienced chess players and help them to improve their knowledges. You will definitely find out some interesting new ideas here in that video. Let's study together, you will definitely enjoy it. That is the first example. A very tough position looks like, but still black definitely has the advantage. But how to play? What is the best move? Let's take a look on the position. And we can admit that black has a pair of bishops, a magnificent pair of bishops, and active pieces, way more active than white has. In this position, black played absolutely right, g5. It looks like something serious because the pawn moves from the king, but that's really, in a human side, the most strongest move. I need to say that about returning to this position. So, white's having a quite bad pieces that are staying in front of the e4 pawn, trying to protect it all around. And black has two activity ideas. The first one is g5, g4 to put pressure on the knight on f3, or to force white to take on g4, then take with the knight on g4, and that will improve the attack of black. The other active option is to play at some moment b4 as black. I need to admit that computer here suggests to play h6. He believes it's harder than g5. It has the logic. He just wants to make a useful move, a window just to be sure, and he says that it's a big gap for white how to play here. His best line is to play bishop b1 passively, but here he believes that g5 is even stronger than on the previous move because h6 is quite a useful move, to be honest. As well, we can play something like rook c8 in that position, trying to prepare b4 at some case also looks interesting, but again, returning back to the initial position we started, g5 looks really the best way in that position. Because if white will do something calm, let's imagine here, bishop b1, I can play g4, and after h takes, knight takes g4, right? f2 is under pressure, this is also can happen somewhere, so that's definitely increasing the attacking possibilities of black. I can even think about to play king h8 and rook g8 if I want to. I don't fear about my king, it's no power of attack for white, but I start really to fear about the king of white here. In the game after g5, white tried the last hole probably, they played the e5 move here, but that's losing forced after the g4. For sure on e takes f6 I would take on f3, white tried a tricky way rook d1, but here black needs to be a little careful because after takes, g takes f3, queen d8, for sure not king g7 because white will take on f6 with a check, but just knight e8 move. And after queen a8, king g7, white decided to resign. I want to take on f2, I want to take on g2, I have ideas of queen c1, by the way, absolutely winning position, white can't stop the attack of black. So nice example of how to improve the position when it's so good, how to find the final effort to attack. Quite tricky and interesting positional idea. And let's move forward. This position happened in the game between Korchnoi and Karpov. So, how to play as white in this position? It looks like we have opposite castles and we need to attack immediately. And it sounds like we need to play something like g4, trying to attack hard as we can. But the problem is after e takes d4, c takes d4, queen e6, for sure not the d5 move because white has e5 immediately. But after queen e6 move, I'm really looking forward to play the d5 in that position. And black has a counterplay because they unlock the center. So, coming back to the initial position, before you want to attack on the side, please stabilize your center. That's why z5 is the best move here. White wants to switch off the bishop on b7, fix the center majority, advantage in the center, and play g4, h4, g5 like that. And here Karpov made a big mistake, positional one. It better was to play c6, trying to play b5, knight b6 in the future, still trying to have an opportunity to open up a center and have a counterplay here. But he played c5, completely closing the center. That's not good, because after knight goes to e3, a beautiful position for knight, because we can rearrange it to the f5, bishop f8, g4. So now black is delaying with b5, b4 stuff. It's not in time. But white having such a big effort on the king side. h4, g5. Black played queen d8, but white just played g5 in this position. For sure, black can't be satisfied by this and h4, the white's attack would be too tough. We are just unlocking all the lines. So black tried to close it up with the h5. And here another important moment. Black really wants to lock it with the g6. That's why we need to play g6 by our own. For sure, if black will play something like f6 here, it can't be the line. I can play something even like that, take on h5, goes to h7, winning absolutely. So that's not working. I want to grab on f7, then play knight g5, knight e6 in some case. So f takes g6 looks the best. And here in this position, after rook h g1, queen f6, in the game, Krasnoi played knight g5, which still is very good for white. White wants to play knight e6 at some moment. But I think easier was to play rook g3, trying to bring the other rook to g1. Then we can play knight g5 whenever we need. So this position is honestly winning for white. The attack would be too hard for black, and they have no counterplay at all in this position. So that was the short lesson, as I promised, right? We will stop over here because I think that you already found some interesting positional ideas to you. By the way, share your opinion in comments, and I hope this video was useful for you. See you on